The best movies on HBO Max right now. There's a bit one thing for everybody. One other streaming service means one other huge library of titles to sift by to seek out what you wish to watch. HBO Max is the streaming service from Warner Media, internet hosting not simply titles from the pay cable channel HBO, however a bevy of movies from the Warner Brothers library and different studios. In fact, the HBO Max motion pictures which are obtainable at launch are literally fairly terrific. There's an incredible collection of classics, pretty new releases, quirky indies, and sure, superhero motion pictures. The studio behind The Darkest Night and Man of Metal has a strong variety of DC movies obtainable to stream. The Evil Useless. Author/director, Sam Raimi. Solid, Bruce Campbell, Ellen Sandweiss, Richard DeManicore, Betsy Baker, and Teresa Tilly. The Evil Useless franchise has modified drastically through the years, however in its very starting, it was pure horror with a easy cabin in the woods premise. There is a group of younger folks, they go to a cabin, and an historic evil begins coming for them after they learn from the Necronomicon. Whereas it has been fascinating to see how Evil Useless has continued and been remade, Sam Raimi's unique imaginative and prescient stays a stone-cold basic not of the horror style, but an addition of indie filmmaking by taking a easy setup and placement and utilizing gore and makeup results to create a movie that is nonetheless disturbing and upsetting to this present day whereas retaining the director's signature aptitude. Matt Goldberg. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Director, Alfonso Cuarón. Writers, Steve Kloves. Solid, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint. Earlier than he went on to win a few Finest Directing Oscars, Alfonso Cuarón directed the very best Harry Potter film, Don't DM Me to Inform Me Why I'm Incorrect. Whereas Chris Columbus did an admirable job of establishing the Harry Potter world and deserves credit score for following the books and discovering the appropriate actors, Cuarón correctly knew that by the point the third movie got here round, it was time to begin taking some inventive probabilities or else the movies would by no means be capable of tackle a lifetime of their very own. Fortunately, he discovered that Poulsen provides the Harry Potter collection not solely a few of its greatest emotional beats however lastly makes them really feel cinematic fairly than merely making an attempt to switch the books to a brand new medium. Matt Goldberg. The Jurassic Park Trilogy. Administrators, Steven Spielberg and Joe Johnston. Writers, Michael Crichton, David Cope, Peter Buckman, Alexander Payne, and Jim Taylor. Solid, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, and Richard Attenborough. Okay, so actually and really the primary Jurassic Park is unmatched when it comes to high quality, however the complete Jurassic Park trilogy is now streaming on HBO Max in case you really feel like a marathon. Steven Spielberg's 1993 movie is film magic plain and easy, a basic, excellent film. His 1997 sequel The Misplaced World is a step down in high quality story-wise, however nonetheless has some compelling sequences. That twin T-Rex scene with the trailers on the cliff is unbelievable. And 2001's Jurassic Park 3, directed by Joe Johnston, nicely you may take or depart that one. The Hangover. Director, Todd Phillips. Writers, John Lucas and Scott Moore. Solid, Bradley Cooper, Zach Galifianakis, Ed Helms, Ken Jeong, and Justin Bartha. The Hangover is a type of lightning-in-a-bottle comedies whose success is not possible to copy, as evidenced by the sequels. The movie is anchored by a terrific ticking clock as three mates get up hungover after an evening in Vegas with no reminiscence of the nighttime earlier than, and a lacking groom-to-be. They're compelled to retrace their insane steps to seek out their buddy Doug earlier than the marriage will get underway. Hilarity ensues, clearly, however the comedy right here is tough to explain. The movie is hilarious not in a conventional arrange and punchline form of manner, however largely because of the chemistry between Bradley Cooper, Zach Galifianakis, and Ed Helms, and the way the trio react to the more and more ridiculous conditions they're put in. Whereas the sequels did not seize what made the unique particular, this movie stays an enjoyable watch. Adam Chitwood. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Manufacturing Facility. Director, Mel Stewart. Author, Roald Dahl. Solid, Gene Wilder, Jack Albertson, Peter Ostrom, Roy Kinnear, Julie Daybreak Cole. Don't you dare let your youngsters watch that horrible Johnny Depp adaptation of the Roald Dahl basic, 1971's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Manufacturing Facility is the best way to go. The movie toes a devilishly enjoyable line between pleasant and terrifying, largely due to Gene Wilder's lead efficiency, nevertheless it's tame sufficient to forestall any critical traumatization. Moreover, the off-kilter nature will make your child suppose she or he is in on some form of secret. It's a weird movie to make certain, nevertheless it has an enormous coronary heart. And Dahl himself wrote the screenplay, so that is positively the model you'll wish to go together with. Adam Chitwood,